Hi, my name is Logan, and I'm going to talk about encapsulation today. In this metaphor, I need a cabinet. I have a bunch of stuff that just needs to be sorted and needs to be put away because I'm an adult and I need to be tidy. So, I don't know how to build a cabinet. I'm not Amish. It's not just something that's inherent in my culture. So I'm gonna have to go somewhere in order to get this knowledge. And there's a place in my community where I can go and get this knowledge. Barnes and Noble has a lot of this kind of stuff. In particular, they have this book. It's illustrated cabinet making. So I go to Barnes and Noble, drive all the way there. I buy this book, and then I read this book. And after a while, I start to understand that what I'm going to need. I know that I'm going to need some wood. I know that I'm going to need some hardware, and I know that I'm going to need some tools. And now that I know that I need those things because I've read these instructions, I can go to one place where they have all this stuff. That's the Home Depot. I go to the Home Depot and I go get my wood. Go to the very back of the store, and they have a nice person there wearing an orange vest. And I tell them how many pieces of wood I need, what I need it cut to, and they cut it all for me. And then I ask that person where I can find some hardware, and they direct me to aisle 35. And in aisle 35, I'm able to find this box, and it has a whole bunch of nuts and bolts and other hardware that's going to be essential in joining all of this wood together to make a cabinet. And also essential, and that is the tools that are going to be needed to facilitate that. You could try to do it all by hand, but that's just going to lead to a lot of raw fingers and maybe some broken fingernails. It's just not a good way to do it. So I go to aisle 36 because they generally keep them close together. I go to aisle 36 and I pick myself up some wrenches. Now that I've got all of this stuff, I take it all home and I sort through it, all of the assorted brown plastic bags that you get at Home Depot. And then I start putting my cabinet together, finally. But this isn't the best way to do this. I have an idea of what I want, but I want it pretty quick, because I have family coming over this weekend, and my house is a total disaster. So, in my hour of great need and torment, I decide to turn to some foreign wisdom. Barnes and Noble just will not go away. Borders went away, but Barnes and Noble will not. That's a joke. So, I decided to turn to foreign aid. I decided to go to IKEA. And IKEA is a Swedish company, and the Swedes are pretty good about design stuff. They're pretty smart in that regard. Also, they're smart in not getting into world wars and stuff. So I go to IKEA, and I know I'm going to need the exact same things. Probably, I'm going to need some hardware. I'm going to need some wood. I'm going to need some tools, and I'm going to need some instructions so that I can put everything together. The great thing about IKEA, though, is that I can get all of that in one object, in one box. It's all in there, so when I take it all home, I can pull it all out and get going. And when you do it like this, everything's all centralized. Everything is all there, and it's just the stuff I need. I don't need all that other, all these other pieces of hardware or all of these other random, size of Allen wrench. It's all just wasteful. Have all of it in the same place. Makes it so easy, even a dumbass can do it. And that's essentially how you set up your object-oriented code in an encapsulated method. These are your properties, your strings and variables and whatnot. And the tools and the instructions are your methods for how those things interact and create your beautiful cabinet.